Accused swindler Bernie Madoff is giving up rights to his business and other company assets to repay clients. This, according to court documents filed last night. But as Adrian Sapino reports, the move is providing little comfort to scores of New Jersey investors that lost millions of dollars with Madoff.
None of this happened. On June 26th, 1,296 shares of Johnson & Johnson. Didn't happen.
And you got one of these every month.
Every month plus.
Bert Ross lost $5 million invested directly and indirectly through feeder funds with Bernie Madoff. It's a huge chunk of the net worth he's been building over his career in local government. He's a former mayor of Fort Lee, and in his commercial real estate business. He talks of learning of Madoff's arrest from the radio on December 11th. The charges running the largest Ponzi scheme in history, defrauding investors out of $50 billion.
It's somewhere in the pit of your stomach. I guess it's like getting kicked in the solar plexus. I immediately knew we had lost $5 million. I called my wife and just said, we just lost $5 million. I just knew it at that point.
Madoff's services were recommended by friends. Ross never met Madoff.
And if you spoke to people, he was a little bit like the Jewish Warren Buffett. I never heard a bad word about the guy.
He claims he's not a victim, but a Madoff survivor. He's focused on getting some of the money back. He has filed for $500,000 from a securities insurance firm that would allow he and his wife to keep their Englewood home. And he hopes for a tax refund from the state of New Jersey. He once returned the real money, $75,000, he paid on phantom income from Madoff.
We just lost millions and millions of dollars because Bernard and Madoff robbed us. We don't need the state, which is supposed to protect us, to also rob us.
But the state says it is not accepting amended returns with regard to Madoff. The taxpayer is permitted to claim the loss of the investment in the same year in the same amount permitted for federal income tax purposes. While the IRS hasn't issued guidelines on Madoff, it generally allows for a theft loss deduction. But the state only allows write-offs against gains. Ross claims he would get nothing.
I made a number of mistakes, one of which was I put too much in. Two, when something's too good to be true, it's not true. I'm sophisticated enough to know that. And the third thing, and this is something I've really learned, is you have to rely on your own brain sometimes.
Ross joins more well-known New Jersey investors, such as U.S. Senator Frank Lautenberg and State Senator Loretta Weinberg, many Jewish charitable organizations, and pension funds.
I try not to think about all the hard work that went down the toilet bowl, because if I do that, it will become quite depressing. And so I really try to get on with my life. And what I say is that there are millions of Americans out there who have lost jobs. If they're 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, much of their life savings has been wiped out by the stock market in the last 15 months. And so whether you had your money stolen or you lost it in the market, you don't have it, and we have to get on with life.
Adrian Sapino, NJN News, Englewood.